kids! In this video we'll be seeing how to make a paper tent. So without any further delay, let's get started. So first, for this activity we need a rectangular piece of paper. So I'm taking brownish yellow. You guys can take any color you like. So the first step is that we're supposed to fold the paper in 3 parts. So I'm just folding one paper like this and I'm keeping another paper on top of it and I'm folding it down. So after we complete this, I'm just opening it here. So now I'm just folding the paper a little bit on the right hand side part over here. So after we complete this, I'm just marking these edges. So I'm just folding it one more time over here and I'm folding this part as well. So now I'm just opening it and I'm keeping it over here to get the correct measure like this. So after we complete this, I'm just opening it over here and I'm just taking a pencil and a roller and I'm going to be drawing a square box on the left hand side and right hand and the middle box over here. So I'm just drawing 2 lines over here and I'm repeating the same steps on the opposite side, left hand side paper as well. So after we complete this, I'm just connecting these lines over here. So we have to do this slowly. So after we complete this, we'll have 2 square-like structures. So after we complete this, I'm just taking a scissor and I'm just piercing a small hole in this square. So you guys can also use a blade to cut this out, but I'm just piercing a hole. So after we pierce a hole, I'm just cutting through the line over here. So we have to do this slowly. So I'm just cutting the square out. So be careful while using a scissor or a blade because you might cut your fingers. So as I said before, you guys can use a blade as well for cutting it. So now I cut out one square. So now I'm repeating the same step in the other part as well. I'm just piercing a hole in the middle and I'm cutting out the square. So now we'll have a total of 2 squares like this. So the next step we're going to be doing is that I'm just applying some glue on top of the small part we folded along the right boundary. So I'm just applying some glue over here. Like this. So after we apply some glue, I'm just folding this part like this and I'm sticking this on one edge. So I'm just sticking this part slowly. So after we complete this, I'm just folding it over here to make it look like a triangle. I'm just folding the paper on the top over here as well. So now we'll have a structure like this. So the next step we're going to be doing is that I cut out 2 square-like structures out of orange color paper. So you guys can cut it out. So I'm just going to be rolling them slowly like this. And I'm going to be opening them. And I'm repeating the same step on the opposite another orange paper as well. So now I'm just going to be applying some glue on the top part over here. And I'm going to be sticking it onto the top part of the tent like this. So after we complete this, I'm repeating the same step on the opposite side of the tent as well. So I'm just applying some glue on this paper and I'm sticking it. So we have to stick it slowly on the top part. So now after we complete this, I'm just going to be rolling it over here to make it look like the curtains are rolled upwards. So after we complete this, our windows for the tent will also be ready. So the next step I'm going to be doing is that I took out an orange piece of paper. So the next step is that I'm just taking this part over here and I'm going to be applying some glue all along the boundary on the top. So I'm just going to be applying some glue over here at the top part. So we have to do this slowly, like this. So I'm applying some glue. So after we complete this, I'm just turning the glued part and I'm sticking it onto the orange paper. So now I'm just pressing it from the top to make it stick more. So we should give it some time so that it dries and sticks well. So I'm just giving some force and I'm patting it from the top like this. So after we complete this, I'm just taking a scissor and I'm cutting this part out. Do not cut it completely because it needs some time to dry. Just cut it out a little bit and you can cut out the remaining parts later. So after we cut it out, we just have to cut it out more slowly. We have to cut it little by little like this. So before that I'm just turning this paper to the opposite side and I'm pressing it from the top part again. So now I'm going to be cutting it out. So I'm just cutting it along the boundary at the top part. I'll show you guys after I finish cutting. I'm cutting it on the other sides as well. So now I've completed cutting it. Now we'll have a structure like this. So I'm just leaving the top part because I'm going to be cutting it after it's completely dry. So now I'm just repeating the same step on this side of the paper as well. So I'm just going to be applying some glue on the open part as well. So I'm applying some glue on the top. I'll show you guys once I finished applying glue. So we have to apply glue slowly. So now I've completed applying glue over here. So now I'm repeating the same step and I'm taking an orange paper again and I'm turning this upwards and I'm sticking it. So I'm just applying some glue on the bottom part and I'm sticking it and I'm applying some force from the top to make it stick well. So after we complete this, I'm just going to be cutting out the bottom part along the boundary in a very slow manner. So now I'm just going to be turning it again like this and I'm applying some force from the top part. So now I'm going to be cutting it and on the top part slowly. So we have to cut it along the boundary like this. So now I'm turning the paper over here and I'm just going to be turning it over here to the front part of the tent. So now I'm just going to be keeping my scissor inside and I'm going to be cutting out a small line over here to make it look like an entrance. So after we complete this, I'm just opening this part and I'm folding it. So you guys can roll this part as well. You can roll it or you can just keep it like this. So I'm just going to be keeping it like this and I'm going to be turning it. So this will make it look like an entrance. So you guys can just keep it as an entrance or you can use your own design to make it. So after we stick this, I'm just going to be, as I said, I'm going to be folding it. You guys can roll it as well. So after we fold it, our paper tent will be ready. So this is a very easy way of making a paper tent and it is useful too. So you can use this for playing with your dolls. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys next time on Crafty Kids. So before I conclude, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done yet. Like, share and comment. Also press the bell icon so that you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. And I also want to thank you all for supporting me and my channel. Bye.